Governor Najma Heptullah lays wreath to late Amarseer Singh of 13th Sikh Light Infantry, appeals to all militants to lay down arms and join the ministry. Cookie Students Organization urges the state government to intervene the alleged setups by NSC and IM to house their national workers in Chasad village. Chief Minister Biren assures Manipur Government Services Federation for immediate rollout of the 7th Pay Commission. Police rescued 2 abducted workers of Ved Vidyalaya, Chaharjar, arrest 1 kidnapper and a cadre of KNFF. And CAF and PD department is making all-out efforts to utilize biometric devices at fair price shops and various other measures to ensure fair distribution of PDS items. Hello and welcome to Impact News. You're watching Primetime English News. And I'm Victoria Rajkumari with the top stories and the latest news at this hour. First up, state-level tributes were paid to non-commissioned officers of 13th Sikh Light Infantry Amarseer Singh, who was killed in a firing by suspected NSC and IM cadres. The wreath-laying ceremony for late Nayak Amarseer Singh was held at Imphal International Airport before his mortal remains was transported to his hometown Fazilka for cremation. 1 minute silence was observed in honor of the late personnel. Governor Najma Heptullah, DGP LM Kaute and top officials of various army camps in the state paid their tributes to the deceased non-commissioned officer. Speaking on the sidelines of the wreath-laying ceremony, the Governor of Manipur appeals to all militants in the state to lay down their arms and come forward to bring a peaceful and a strong state. She further added that it is sorrowful to learn that a brave Jawan who stayed awake at night so that we can sleep has lost his life. Governor Najma Heptullah stressed that we should respect and support our soldiers. She expressed her condolences and shared the griefs of the bereaved family. It may be mentioned that the non-commissioned officer NCO Nayak Amarseer Singh was killed during a counter-insurgency operation with suspected NSC and IM cadres while patrolling Nungandang and Molfei village, also known as Goitang Chinkau, under Kaupam police station in None district on March 5th around 10th in the morning. The late NCO is survived by his wife and a 4-year-old daughter.
I'm very sorry about that we lost the life of Jawan. People should respect our army services people. Different services people are employed in Manipur. They keep safety and security of our people, our children. It's because they keep awake at night that we all can sleep peacefully. And I'm really sorry that we lost the life of a young Jawan. My sympathies are for his families, his kin. I appeal to the people to stop, lay down their arms, stop all these activities. They should come forward in building a strong nation, a strong Manipur, a strong state. It is your state also, and it's your people also. That's all I can say.
Cookie Students Organization urgently appealed for state government's intervention in the potentially dangerous construction works allegedly undertaken by NSC and IM to house their national workers at Lainjang in Chasad village of Kamjong district before it creates any inconveniences in the future. Addressing media persons at the press meet held at Cookie Inn in Babupara, President of Cookie Students Organization, Pautengthang Lufeng alleged that constructions undertaken by NSC and IM in the area is becoming an unsettling issue and a threat to the peace and harmony of the village. He stated that the land in question belongs to Chasad village for the past many generations and alleged NSC and IM cadres of detaining Kuki villages and subjecting them to harsh interrogation and even to the extent of forcing signatures from the Kuki chiefs of the village. These threats are a cause of fear and apprehension among the villagers. Kuki Chief Association conveyed the matter to the government of Manipur last month. However, no actions were taken by the government to stop the constructions. Lufeng urgently appealed the state government to take the right course of actions before the matter escalates into something worse.
If the framework agreement is for the NSCN and the IM to commit aggression towards the Kukis, then the Kukis cannot accept this framework agreement, because the issue has the potential to escalate into something bad or worse, and the government can be held totally responsible for not taking the right action at the right time. And the case also appeals to the Assam Rifles to intervene, because they also have the authority and the responsibility to intervene in this kind of matter also.
Manipur Government Services Federation MGSF stated that Chief Minister Nongthombam Birade gave a positive note to their demand for implementation of the 7th Pay Commission in the state today. Addressing media persons during a press meet held at Manipur State Guest House in Sanjenthong, General Secretary of Manipur Government Services Federation, Purujit Laringengbam, said that the Federation made Chief Minister Bireen at his bungalow this morning. During the meeting, attended by high-ranking officials, Chief Minister gave a very positive response to the demand of MGSF and stated that the government will soon implement 7th Pay Commission in the state. However, the state government is yet to decide the announcement date for the implementation, as the central government has to be intimated first. Purujit stated that Bireen reassured that there will be no delay regarding the implementation of the 7th Pay Commission. Welcoming the response of the Chief Minister, Publicity Secretary of MGSF, M. Iboyaima, said that the Federation expects the state government to announce the implementation during the Prime Minister's state visit for the inauguration of Thoubal Multipurpose Dam and to bring an amicable solution.
The employees entitlement मैम जिंग 7 पेगी पोचे मोंग ताना चुमना चथरकनी यामना clarity अमा लेना मसक मजू थोना लाकने हाइबिस की full expectation as narrated as explained in the vision document of the BJP. We have to see till the Honorable Prime Minister comes and what he announces in front of us in public. Mayamda mana kari lau thom gadorba natraga ko gi Honorable Chief Minister na kari lau thopi gadorba habine chimutu madum awuddi mayamna yamna closely yamna kupna senaraga yengminaba mathau tari madugi outcome do yengjaraga madugi next step to koi makhat chathajarakna bagi phem do koi laujage ni.
Imphal East Police has rescued 2 workers of Ved Vidyalaya, Chaharjar under Saparmaina Police Station who were kidnapped by underground outfit KNFN. The police team also arrested a cadre of KNFN involved in the kidnapping. The arrested cadre is identified as Thongko Hau Kipgen, alias Haupu, aged 40 years, son of late Sailet Kipgen from Kangpijan village. Addressing media persons in connection with the arrest at SP Imphal East Office, SP Imphal Office K. Megachandra stated that Amom Biswarjit, aged 31 years, son of A. Kumar from Nungoi Awang Laikai, and Thangjamsan Simte, aged 21 years, son of Kingminglung Saite Simte from Thanglong village were kidnapped on the night of February 27th around 10 from their worksite. Upon getting the information, a massive operation was conducted by a combined team of Imphal East Police and Commando Thoubal team at Gangpijang, Jaulen, Chanung, Chindai, Khulem, Phailenkot, H. Champhai, Bungbal Khulen and nearby hill ranges in Imphal East and Thoubal district on March 4th. Later, on March 6, upon getting a further information that the kidnappers were transporting the worker victims from Jaulan village towards Bungbal Khulen village, Imphal East Police Commando conducted operations at Jaulen, Gangpijang, H. Champhai and Chanung villages, while Thoubal District Police Commando conducted operations at Bungbal Khulen and were finally able to trace and nabbed the kidnappers from a forest nearby Jaulen village. Upon interrogation by the police team, it came to the light that the kidnapping was carried out under a commander of KNF identified as Henkolen Kipgen alias James. Henkolen was himself involved in the kidnapping of the 2 workers along with 3 other cadres of the outfit. With further pressurizing from the police, the cadre revealed that the captives were kept at the location nearby Gangpijong Hilok. The workers were rescued early this morning around 3 with the help of the villagers. The KNF and cadre were arrested by the police revealed that the kidnap was held for the ransom of 50 lakh rupees from the head ministry and project manager of the work site where the kidnapped victims are employed. The arrested cadre was handed over to Sagolmang police station and the rescued workers were handed over to their respective families.
Saparmina PS ki charhar chareta koigi vet vidyalaya adana trust amana tawba institute ama kaino tawbune koigi moi sagat khotkat pa tawbune building khara moi laborer ani se kenep ne lunne haijaba kangbu moi mari la ga phagi bane Jaulen Gangpijang sai gi area sida kidnapper singse mathaki singsai da leire haiba pau haipet phangbade koi massive operation se Thoubal na Bungbal Khulen lomda thatle koina somda tawbune Kenep ne lungi kidnapper singsi maraktagi amana logistic support lawba lakpada madu thengnadana kaino maya sida phabane sigi marak sida moise labor ani se thado amaga chen gibane singsidagi nungdang pung 10 makhai 10 tarak pasaida aduna labor singsina ko na rescue tawrakanda moise Sagolmangda moi kumdharakpada khoina rescue tawre local volunteer ga yauraga.
Meanwhile, a team of narcotic cell Imphal East arrested a person in possession of gram 9 of heroin number 4 from Kabaisoi Mamang Laikai area while on a patrolling duty around 7 this morning. The arrested person is identified as Mohammad Ghani, aged 36 years, son of late Mohammad Sanayai from Kabaisoi Mamang Laikai. The seized heroin number 4 is estimated to be worth around 96,000 rupees in the market. A case was registered at Hangang police station to carry out further legal procedures. Consumers Affairs Food and Public Distribution Department is making all-out efforts to utilize biometric devices at the fair price shops in order to ensure fair distribution of PDS items and other allocation of the departments. Addressing media person at the press meet organized by DIPR in continuance of the series of media interaction with department's official to aware the public on welfare works undertaken by the state departments at DIPR Moirangkhom today, Director of CAF and PD Department Ranjan Yumnam stated that the department intends to set up 10 automation fair price shops installed with biometrics devices in each and every districts of the state, including their respective headquarters. Ranjan asserted that the central government initiated Aadhaar seeding and direct benefit transfer link to ensure people of their rights. He said 38.66% of the Aadhaar seeding is completed and assured that once it is 100% completed, there will be no hue and cry from beneficiaries regarding any misappropriate distribution of PDS items. Ranjan also stated that proposal for the speedy construction of godowns in 7 district headquarters were submitted. He also said the department is making all-out efforts to set up Consumer Forum for Protection of Consumers' Rights and State Food Commission for NAPSA in all districts of the state. The director further disclosed that the department is strongly urging for laying down of pipelines to pump in petroleum products, including LPG, into the state, keeping in mind the unfeasibility faced with the surface transportation from time to time. He said, once the IOC board agrees for pipeline transportation, works will be completed in a couple of years. Ranjan also stated that Manipur for the first time procured state quota of coal allocated by the centre this year, which it was unable in the previous years.
Direct market subsidy account direct benefit transfer kerosene DBTK proposal government of India kerosene LPG type market subsidy account department of cap and PD say rice market subsidy account department of cap and department of cap and PD say motor department subsidy account
As a part of the 15 days ongoing inauguration of multiple developmental projects in connection with the attainment of one-year rule of the BJP government in Manipur, a scheduled caste girls' hostel of Lila Patma Higher Secondary School in Sekmai Market was inaugurated today. The scheduled caste girls' hostel was constructed under Babu Jagbigban Ram Chatra Nivas Yojana of the Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment, Government of India. MLA Sekmai Constituency H. Dingo, MLA Kakching Constituency Y. Surchan, Minister V. Hankhalian, Deputy Speaker K. Rovindro, MLA Wangoi O. Lukhoi, MLA Yaiskul T.H. Satyabrata, teachers and students of the school were among those present in the inaugural event. Speaking in the event, Minister V. Hankhalian and MLA H. Dingo stated that the BJP-led state government will attain 1 year on March 15. They stressed that the hostel was inaugurated as a part of the achievements of the BJP-led state government as it attains one-year rule in the state. They further assured that many more developmental projects will be undertaken for Sekmai constituency in the near future.
Scheduled caste girls singi 100-bedded hostel oibani. Honorable Chief Minister Manipur se ate yamna thuba thabak leibagi ekhoi punna athubagi si sangha da bajade thabak su loi khrabani na sigi pithongna naba satra satri singi damak thuna makhoi season ba jana naba inauguration gi lakpane
laiba paliba sarkar sigi hoigi chahi ama pharkbagi achievement ama utpoina hostel se hoigi MOBC gi makhada hoigi hostel se sangha jabni aduga masi i hostel sina hoigi laiba hoi backward classes ki chhatra sing adi maroina nupi gi chhatra sing satri sing da hena afaba hena kanaba adugumba kanoma soidana hoigi part ama oirgani habasima imam da thamjani.
Chief Minister's Secretariat Government of Manipur in a press release notified that the Hill Leaders Day and Miyamgi Numit, generally observed on the 10th and 15th of every month respectively, will be held on the 26th of this month on account of the ongoing inaugural fortnight in connection with the completion of one-year rule of the BJP-led state government in the state. Minister of Tribal Affairs of Hills and Kayashi has termed the allegation on him by one social activist on local dailies regarding misappropriation of funds sanctioned for the autonomous district councils as baseless. Addressing media persons regarding the issue at the minister's office in a new secretariat, Minister Kayashi stated that false allegations made by one social activist called Th. Philip Thro from Chingmai Khulen village in Senapati district on March 2nd in some local dailies not only maligned the image of the Minister of Tribal Affairs and Hills but brought the state government in a bad light to the public. Kayashi expressed disappointment on the false allegation which was made without knowing the truth regarding the department and demanded for proofs on the allegations. The minister warned of charging a defamation suit against the individual if evidence on the allegations are not provided. The minister maintained that the works are being carried out efficiently at the 6 autonomous district councils and there is no misunderstanding between officials and chairman of ADC and the minister. Kayashi stressed that all necessary works of the department are being carried out with full cooperation and the department funds are also being utilized appropriately. The minister also said a meeting was convened with the chairman of the ADCs to identify any misappropriation of funds. He asserted that in the meeting they have acknowledged the allegation as false as there is no such incident of funds misappropriation by the ministers. It may be recalled that last December an organization called Kuki Students Organization KSO Bungpi Block alleged both Deputy Chief Minister Yumnam Joy Kumar and Tribal Affairs Minister of holding back salaries of Education Department of the Autonomous District Councils. The same was clarified by Deputy Chief Minister and Finance Minister Y. Joy Kumar himself.
Th. Philip Thro. Hari manupasi department gi kari so nate mase just a simple me amana asumaina Travel Affairs Minister amasung District Council gi matangda election piribisi mahak kadai digi source lawraga masigi allegation charge tawribanu masigi allegation charge tawribisi chapchaba proof si piribidi ai isana admit tawraga ai hak aina pairiba tawribasi ai admit tawbige mioi si kanano adu department sida ma kari khangduna mana masida charge tawribanu masi ai yamna nongai te pende aduna tawriba TI Philip Thro hairiba nupa asi ai chapchaba definition should amatau.
Socialist Students Union of Manipur SSUM in the press release strongly condemns raising of the statue of Russian communist revolutionary leader Vladimir Lenin in Belonia town of Tripura amidst chants of Bharat Mata Ki Jai allegedly by BJP volunteers on Monday afternoon. SSUM also alleged raising of the statue of a Dravidian leader in the Tamil Nadu as works of a fascist group. Inauguration of integrated checkpost at Indo-Myanmar border, which was previously announced to be on the 15th of March, remains doubtful at present. Member of the Ministry of Home Affairs Anil Bamba and Chairman of the Department of Border Management Land Port Authority of India B.R. Sharma conducted a thorough investigation of the checkpost today. Anil Bamba and B.R. Sharma also surveyed the passenger terminal building, fencing, security barrack, man gate, control room and other areas of the ICP of the integrated checkpost. Later, a conference meeting with the stakeholders, contractors, state and center security agencies was also held at the conference hall in the passenger terminal building of the ICP. Discourses on the relation of trade between India and Myanmar and border security issues were discussed by SP Technopal Dr. S. Ibomcha and Commandant of 11 Assam Rifles R.S. Rawat at the meeting. Chairman of Land Port Authority of India B.R. Sharma informed the contractors concerned to complete the remaining construction of security barrack, fencing, main gate and control room. After the meeting, the two officials also visited Indo-Myanmar Friendship Gate number 2. B.R. Sharma failed to give a valid response when Impact News inquired if the integrated checkpost will be inaugurated on the 15th of March. Social Welfare and Cooperation Minister Nemcha Kipgen wished every woman of the state on the occasion of International Women's Day 2018. Nemcha said that the International Women's Day is observed worldwide on March 8 in acknowledgement of the contribution made by women in political, social and economic sector. Chairman of Women's Affairs Committee in a press release informed that Manipur Students Federation MSF is observing International Women's Day at Ngasi Rashtra Lipi High School in Kaishamthong, Top Lerak tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. It's time for a small commercial break. After the break, we bring you reports on the protests by the locals of Nagampal against the brutal killing of Thokchom Tony. We'll be back with the details after the break. Keep watching Impact News. Welcome back. You're watching Primetime English News. Continuing its protest against the brutal killing of Thokchom Tony, locals of Nagampal today staged a sit-in at Nagampal Road demanding expedite justice to the victim's family. The JC against the brutal killing of Thokchom Tony along with Thangmaiban United Club also blocked the road from Khoyathong traffic point to Nagampal Kasturi Corner. All shops along Nagampal remained closed today. It may be mentioned that Tony was gunned down at his gate in Nagampal Paugai Sangbam Laikai by some unknown miscreants on the evening of March 2nd, which was the first day of Yaosheng festival. The JC has been demanding to produce the criminals and earlier warned the state government to intensify their agitation if the culprits are not booked by the last day of Yaosheng festival, which was on March 6. Meanwhile, Thangmaiban United Club TUC held a public meeting in connection with the killing of Thokchom Tony alias Jagat today and resolved that Thangmaiban United Club will award 1 lakh rupees to anyone who can identify the culprits involved in the killing to maintain the secrecy of the informants. It also called for Bund in Thangmaiban constituency from this midnight to the midnight of February 8, relaxing schools examination. It has also resolved to intensify agitation along with various state-level CSOs and Mairapaibis. However, if the culprit is booked by this day itself, the Bund imposed will be withdrawn immediately. Tapasya, a center for performing arts, observed its 17th Foundation Day at T. Amusana Sharma Radha Mandap in Singjamai Wangba Pebia Pandit Laikai, Imphal East in Thongju constituency today. Speaking in the event, Minister T.H. Biswajit expressed that art and culture plays a vital role in bringing about unity and love in the state. Many eminent personalities and awardees in the field of art and culture were honored by presenting gifts on the occasion. Speaking at the chief guest, Minister Biswajit stated that Manipur is recognized worldwide for its contribution in the field of culture and sports. He stressed the need to support and encourage all such relevant activities. He lauded the contribution of Tapasya in popularizing the state's culture, not only in the state but also in the international level. Biswajit assured that a building of the Tapasya will be constructed soon and appealed to the authority concerned not to hinder in the process but to extend cooperation in the future prospect of the academy. Minister Biswajit further affirmed that the SEYO ground in Singjamai Khetri Laikai will be converted into a mini hockey stadium soon and assured of taking up sports complex construction works in Imphal East and Imphal West districts at the earliest. A new art form entitled Basantagi Sairol in relation to the festival of Holi was also showcased, giving more meaning to the foundation program.
Maximum number of the Union Minister lakpase, Maharashtra Prime Minister Narendra Modi lakpadagi, akoi Manipur da lakpangami. Makoina hek lakpamatamda, akoi lariba any minister lakpamatamda akoi state guest when lakpamatamda akoina lariba akoi cultural program among happy. Cultural program among happy matamda akoina uliba item mari na manga utamatamda makoi je Manipur sa angapuni haram da balai tiyo. ꯃꯁꯤꯃꯛꯅꯁꯨ ꯑꯥꯗ ꯆꯠꯂꯒ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯂꯩꯔꯤꯕ ꯄꯔꯐꯣꯔꯃꯦꯟꯁꯁꯤꯡꯁꯦ ꯁꯤ ꯃꯁꯛꯁꯦ ꯇꯥꯛꯄꯁꯦ ꯃꯁꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯀꯅꯥꯝꯇꯅ ꯋꯥꯔꯧꯅꯨ ꯅꯠꯇꯦ ꯃꯁꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ इनबॉर्न क्वालिटी अमदि अखोगी लेबाक सिगा अखोगी लाइरिक पा पिथोअम्बा अखोई अहल लमना हरम्बा सना लेबाक हाइबसे सिगा मरि लेनना थोखिबा ngaकने ngasi अखोई लाइरिबा तपैसाना अखोई लौबिरइबा अखोगी लाइरिबा रोल यामना सिंथानिङाइनि
Directorate of Language, Planning and Implementation, Government of Manipur, in a press release notified to the Secretary or Chairman of Literature Society of the 18 recognized Manipuri tribal dialect to submit their respective name and bank details to the Directorate of Language on or before March 10. The press release said that the state government has announced to sanction 6 lakh rupees for the development of the 18 recognized dialects of Manipur, namely Thadau Kuki, Tangkhul, Rongmei, Baipai, Zau, Mar, Kom, Mizo, Paite, Mao, Liangmei, Gangte, Paumei, Maring, Simte, Anal, Maram and Zeme. Retired IAS Kangjam Radhakumar released 2 posthumous books written by his late father Kangjam Padmakumar entitled Mai Chatlaba Thawai and Aphaba Prithvi at his residence in Uripok Takhelambam Laikai today. Statues of his late father Kangjam Padmakumar, mother Tampasana, grandfather Kangjam Tomba and grandmother Rukumani were also unveiled on the occasion. Mayor of Imphal Municipal Corporation L. Lokeshwar emphasized the need to hold various extensive awareness programs on cleanliness as the people of the state still have the habit of dumping garbages on public places. He further stressed the need for imposition of penalty to prevent such acts. Lokeshwar was speaking at the workshop of Swachh Survekshan 2018 as a part of the Swachh Bharat Mission campaign at Manipur Press Club today. The workshop was organized by the Ministry of Information and Broadcasting, Regional Office Manipur, Nagaland region for the field officers of the campaign. He appreciated the Swachh Bharat Mission campaign but lamented that even government officers do not have the habit of disposing garbages properly. He called for honesty and change in attitude instead of threats to bring about a change in cleanliness and further called for participation from every citizen irrespective of age bars.
solve tawba ngammoyba koi dustbin phajana maintain tawba dagi thada drain da pot nokode koi phataw ni nokode koi sadabi moina sum tawai masi yani makai athubu matam da ko anaba koi awareness program wenana kan awareness program wenana penalty yem darga lagra.
Manipur Assembly Speaker Yumnam Khemchan flagged off a pilgrimage team comprising of 18 persons, including 2 caretakers organized by 6th Battalion of 9th Sector Assam Rifles from Sri Sri Govindaji Temple today. The tour is organized as a part of the Military Civic Action Program of the Assam Rifles. The pilgrimage tour, led by Major Tony, will visit temples in Delhi, Agra and Mathura. Commandant of 9th Sector Assam Rifles, Brigadier Amit Kaptharyal, Colonel Indrajit Singh and other top officials were among those present in the flagging off event.
Chinga Posna Sinbidona, Manipur religion Yoba, Chatkadoriba Sida, Pupnam Nungaiba, Madi Tagat Pungtok Jari, Sapangam Dedaba Kayama, Pobi Duna Makoina, Akoi Makoi, Cooperation Pina Duna, Nupi Singi Oiba, Asigumba, Wakalona Sida, Saugapiba Asi, Eko Yamna Nungai.
Religious cultural tour, I say, Ihan Han but trip Nihaina Kanje, Hadaki Silva, Akoi 9th Sector Commander, Amadi 6 ARG Commandant, all the officers, Loina Wokna. Mayam Moy Mayam the Sinbirak Pase, Akoi Tagat Pongtok Sari, aduga loina na asigumba tour asi matung da su torokhini haina aina asa thamjai aduga loina na akhoi gi lai gi senglaba akhoi gi Manipur gi oiba Govinda gi mandir si gi mamang da gi akhoi bu flag hostess to winner gi program chinwi riba sibusu aina hana thagat pa phongdok sari.
Representatives of Mapithel Dam affected a Chingtam organization MDDACTO in a press release informed that Governor Dr. Najma A. Heptullah has assured that construction and development works for Mapithel Dam affected areas will be taken shortly and that she had also submitted a memorandum to the Prime Minister in this regard. And in sports news, the second division football league under the aegis of All India Football Federation will commence from March 16. Altogether, 18 teams will participate in the football league. The first round of the football league will start from March 16 till May 15, while the final round will start from May 21st till May 27th. In the first round of the league match, Real Kashmir, Lone Star Kashmir, Hindustan FC, Delhi United and Delhi Dynamos in Team A, Maida Bharat SC, FC Goa, Kerala Blasters, Ozone FA, Fateh Hyderabad and Kerala FC in Team B, and Throw Imphal, Langsing FC, Mohammedan Sporting, ISW Bangalore FC, Jamshedpur FC and Chennaiyin FC in Team C will compete each other. The winner and runners-up in each group will eventually compete each other in the final round of the league for the championship title. Kerala Gokulam will meet Mohun Bagan, while East Bengal will meet Neroka FC and Minerva Punjab will meet Churchill Brothers in the last respective matches of the ongoing Hero I-League, which commenced since November last year. These matches will be played at EMS Corporation Stadium, Kozhikode, Salt Lake Stadium, Kolkata and Tau Devi Lal Football Stadium, Haryana at 3 in the afternoon tomorrow. In the league standing, Minerva Punjab is at the top of the table with 32 points. Neroka FC with 31 points is at the second position, while Mohun Bagan and the East Bengal with 30 points each is at the third and the fourth position respectively. Tomorrow's matches will decide the winners of the Hero I-League Championship title for this year. And before we wrap up, let's take a look at the headlines once again. Neroka FC the Governor Najma Heptullah lays raid to the late Amarseer Singh of 13th Sikh Light Infantry, appeals to all militants to lay down arms and join the mainstream. Cookie Students Organization urged state government to intervene the alleged setup by NSC and IM to house their national workers in Chasad village. Chief Minister Biren assures Manipur Government Services Federation for immediate rollout of the 7th Pay Commission. Police rescue 2 abducted workers of Ved Vidyalaya Chaharjar, arrest 1 kidnapper and cadre of KNFN. And Carbon PD department is making all-out efforts to utilize biometric devices at fair price shops and at various other measures to ensure fair distribution of PDS items.